What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Media Takeout has put out a hit piece about Kevin Samuels' past life. And some of you are probably wondering, why am I covering this? You know, he's a friend of mine. Why am I bringing attention to it? I want to bring attention to it because there is a lesson in it that I want to divulge and even share a testimony of my own self. But there are some documents that shows or proves, as they would say, I don't know how authentic this is, but Kevin Samuels' earning potential back when he got divorced 17 years ago. Okay. Now there are there's a document they have that's there that shows at the time he was making $900 a month, or she was making $2,500 a month, and that was the status. But basically the wife was earning more than he was at the time. Okay. Now this was in 2005. At the time, Kevin Samuels was 34 years old. And so they're trying to say that because Kevin Samuels was poor in 2005 and his wife made significantly more than him, then what he's talking about being high value doesn't count. Okay? Doesn't count. And I find it to be interesting because I want to talk a little bit about myself. At the time that I was 34 years old, at 33, I had just gotten fired. Okay? By Tesla. Oh, fuck! I went home. I was living with my mother at the time. Okay. So just to remind you, I was 33. I just lost my girlfriend I was going to get married to. I had quit a job that I felt was dead end. Went to Tesla. And then I was at Tesla and then I got fired because they didn't think I was good enough. And then I had to use $10,000 of what my money was in my 401k. And then that was the money that I used, plus unemployment, to get to Poland. I was broke. I was dusty. And if you want to talk about $900 a month, Kevin Samuels was making more than I was. I was a 34-year-old grown man driving his grandmother to church. I had a bachelor's degree, but I was on my way to medical school. People laughed at me. People said, how could you still be living at home with your mom? You're almost 35, you're almost 40. You're a complete failure. But I didn't really care about what other people thought. I cared about what I thought. I cared about what I felt that God had planned for me and my ability. I cared about my talent and what I knew that I can do. And that was around the same time that I came on to YouTube, and then I came to Poland. I did my first year. And then at the end of 2016, I made $6,600 at the end of 2016 after being on YouTube for about 2 years. I had never got any money except for like the month before that. The rest is history. Most of you guys know what I've been able to do, where I've been since then, where I'm at now, where I'm at in the business now. And I can be honest when I tell you that nobody cares about the fact that I was 34, living with my mom. Nobody cares about the fact that I was broke at 34. I was broke at 30. I was broke at 31. I was broke at 32. I was broke at 33. I was using my financial aid to pay back taxes at that time. I was $20,000 in back tax debt at that particular time, using my financial aid money to clear it. Guess what? I don't have to do that no more, because now I'm not that same man. Kevin Samuels might have been broke at 34. He might have been broke at 44. He might have been broke at 49. But the one thing that we can say is right now, he's not broke. Right now, he's not unsuccessful. And this is what I want to talk about to some of you men out there, because people always want to use your past. I think Kevin talks about that a lot of men's past is to villainize them. This is all that it is. He wasn't somebody in life at that time. He was still on this path, just like me. Took me 36 or 37 years for me to make any real money, for me to do what I'm doing. But it matters where you are now. And for some of y'all out there, you might not have been making it there You might be 50% there. See, people don't know what it takes when you're putting in the work. Nobody sees the things that you do at night when you're trying to become somebody, trying to study or trying to get to the next level. I caught many buses in my time. I studied hard, okay? I did many things that folks couldn't see me do in this business, in my own personal life. I've taken even 18 months out of medical school. People talked about me about that, but I'm graduating next month. Because see, in due season, isn't that what the Apostle Paul said? In due season. Sometimes your season hasn't come as a man, but it matters only in due season. Some people, season is before mine. I had friends that they were getting girls before me. They were having nice cars before me. I didn't let that bother me because look at me and look at them now. All of my friends that I grew up with, I out-earned all of them. I have become more educated than them. I am more successful than them. All of the friends I have that I grew up with, none of them out-earned me. Okay? And how can you be the man who now is so successful? But see, this is what happens. People want to come back and look at when you're not successful. Because see, if it was a woman, you wouldn't look at that. Because a woman can go through law school, Kevin talked about it also, medical school, and you only gonna celebrate her victories. But see, this is what I want to talk to about a lot of black men about that is it don't matter where you were now, it's where you at. If you're doing good now, that's where it's at. That's what folks should be cared about. Because it don't matter for me. I'm not living in 2021. I'm not living in 2015 when I was broke. I'm not living in 2016 when I'm broke. But in 2021, I got that paper, player. Okay? I can pay my rent now a year in advance, player. I ain't gotta worry about when the light's gonna be cut off. When I walk into the bank, the folk know me. When I go to the Forex all the time and go pick my euros up, folk know me. They know what kind of bills I like. I ain't even gotta say nothing. I give when I exchange my money and get my euros on, they already know I like bills that ain't got no markings on them. They be looking at the front and the back, making sure you gotta have his money right. Otherwise, he ain't gonna take it. So it don't matter about that. You black men gotta keep on pushing. And the same thing with Kevin Samuels. You keep on pushing, doing what you're supposed to do. Because what people matter is how good you are right now. Next year, we ain't gonna be talking about how good you were in 2021. You need to be good at the time we talking about you. So let them hate. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I really appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe to the bell, check out the first comment pinned in the top. And as you know, the buffoonery remains at an all-time high. I'm out.